Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched WWE Monday Night Raw episode 1348, broadcast on Monday, March 25th, 2019. Earlier in the day, it was announced that the triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship will be the main event for WrestleMania. So he opened up the show with Ronda saying, "You're welcome," but then saying something else, and then dropping the mic again, and then saying something else and dropping the mic. We had a beat the clock challenge with Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte taking on members of the Riot Squad to see who could win the fastest, which is poor Riot Squad. It's just assumed that none of them would be able to beat any of these three. Sarah Logan came kind of close. She came kind of close. But, okay, we started with Ronda versus Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan had her in like a cloverleaf sort of thing, with her legs, holding her legs up and Ronda's face down in the mat. And, but Ronda made her way, she like clawed her way over to the ropes, climbed up the ropes with her upper body, and countered it into like a whole judo throw thing into the armbar. It was really cool. That was kind of my favorite wrestling of the entire night. So awesome for Ronda. Her time, the clock, the counter stopped at 125. I felt like she actually, the match finished at like 123. But anyway, up next was Charlotte. She took on Ruby Riott, and she finally got Ruby into the figure eight leg lock, but Ruby was not tapping out, and so she ran out the clock, and Charlotte was unable to defeat Ruby in under 1 minute and 25 seconds. She's not too happy about that, and she kicks Becky Lynch right in the face. Oh, by the way, in Ronda's match, Sarah like ran away from her a while, and that added a lot of time there. The rest of the Riot Squad was like standing in Ronda's way, and I'd say that added on at least like 10 seconds where her match would have been. But then again, they also interfered a little bit with Becky's match, but I don't know. It could be argued that without the rest of the Riot Squad in the equation, that the match may have gone. These two matches may have gone differently because Becky was able to beat Liv Morgan despite having been kicked in the face by Charlotte at the start of the match in 1 minute and 16 seconds via a roll-up. So Becky wins the beat the clock challenge, and I was joking, like before this happened, these three matches happened. I said it would be kind of funny if all three beat the clock challenge matches happened before the first commercial break, and they did. This was all contained in the first segment of the show, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Then we had Finn Balor, who was going to be in a handicap match. Why does he keep being in handicap matches against Lashley and Lio Rush? But Lio is not cleared to compete, so instead it is Lashley and Jinder Mahal. So we have the Singh brothers at ringside. They're just saying, three little guys, they're going to get messed up at some point. Or at least 2/3 of them are going to get messed up. Finn is able to, due to miscommunications between the two the two guys and their little guys, Finn takes advantage and gets a coup de grace on Jinder, gets a pin, and earns the Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania. Lashley is pissed and kills the Singh brothers. Just destroys them, and Jinder. We have a bunch of segments with Elias in New York, in Times Square, I think it was, which is interesting because no WWE stuff is taking place anywhere near Times Square. We have the bulk of it is taking place in Brooklyn, and then we have WrestleMania that day is over in New Jersey. Nothing WWE is happening in Times Square. What is that, in Manhattan? None of it. None of it's there. There's no WWE stuff there. So, yeah. Interesting. We're playing it up. Playing it up, the illusion of New York. But, I mean, I haven't been to Manhattan. But I have been to, I was at, I mean, Brooklyn is awesome. Brooklyn is really, really cool. I really like it. Before I went there, I thought, I'm probably not going to like it. Like, on paper, the idea. I talked about this during my SummerSlam podcast, I think, but from this last year, that on paper, I was not expecting to like it at all, but actually being there and like walking around every day for almost a week, I really like this place. So I am excited to be back there. Although getting to WrestleMania Access, that seems like it's going to be kind of a pain. And of course, getting over to New Jersey for WrestleMania itself, that's also going to be kind of a pain. But we'll see how it goes. I'll try. I'm tempted to just get a lift from there, but it's going to be like super expensive to do that. So I'm going to try the whole subway thing. Maybe. I don't know. It might be like... Anyway. Al and Rick take on the Revival. Rick wins with the 630 to... This is Aleister Black and Ricochet. The 630 senton to Dash Wilder. It was not a championship match, so the Revival are still the champions. Roman Reigns accepts Drew's challenge from last week, and but Drew ends up beating him up a lot. So backstage, Dean challenges Drew to a last man standing match, to get him back for doing that to Roman, and also get him back for the Falls Count Anywhere match that Drew absolutely destroyed him in. Then we have Sasha versus Natalya, which ends in a disqualification when Nia Jax and Tamina attack. Beth Phoenix just is awesome. So awesome. She destroys Tamina. And that threat is effectively fended off. But I don't know if it was announced during this or whatnot, but I missed the announcement whenever it happens, but apparently it is confirmed that it'll be a fatal 4-way women's tag team championship match between Sasha Banks and Bayley, the champions, of course, Natalya and Beth Phoenix, Nia and Tamina, and the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. So that's awesome. That's 8 women on the card right there. They haven't announced that there'll be a women's battle royal. Maybe that'll be a last minute announcement sort of thing. They're waiting until after the women's SmackDown Women's Championship match is set, because there's a lot of people, like a lot of the discussion is like there's not going to be anybody who can be in that match with how many people are in these other matches. Well, you have NXT people, and there are a lot of them that aren't in any matches here. I'm assuming that Mandy Rose will win the thing to get in the match tonight. So that leaves Carmella, Naomi, and Sonya Deville out of that match. And then we also have let's see. So if it's a 20-person match, there's 3. And then we have who else is it? Okay, maybe I'm kind of agreeing with their point, but we have Dana Brooke, we have Mickie James, we have Alexa Bliss. Even though she's the host, she probably won't be in it, so never mind her. Alicia Fox, maybe. I don't know what's going on with her. We have Nikki Cross, we have Lacey Evans, we have over from NXT, we have a whole bunch of people. We probably won't have whoever is a champion, but either Shayna or Kyrie or Io. And then a second out of those 3, that's 10. And then the rest of the horsewomen We have Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. They could be in there. Candice LeRae could be in there. I mean, it could absolutely be mostly NXT people, and I think that's fine if it is. But yeah, I guess it does make sense not to have that. But having some other some other women's match, I think there should be. But maybe not. I don't know. I'm excited for the tag team match. It's gonna be good. Speaking of Alexa Bliss, a moment of bliss with Braun to kind of broker peace between Colin and Michael from SNL, which ends up with Braun challenging them to be like, he'll still all be good if they're in the battle royal, which is weird. It's like that. It's weird how they got there. Because like the proposed solution before that was for Braun to pay them back all the money, pay Colin all the money for that car. So that's, I don't know how it got there from him paying them back to them being in the battle royal. That's a weird negotiation. I didn't really follow how it got there, but I guess we'll see how it happens. Why not have them in the women's battle royal that fills 2 more spots so they can have it in there? And yeah, anyway, next we had Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews. Baron won via the end of days, and I realized, that's kind of fitting for him to retire someone, Kurt Angle, with the end of days. If Baron Corbin wins that match, a lot of it makes sense. I know we're all very unhappy about that being Kurt Angle's last match, but there's parts of it that make a lot of sense. Let's see. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, they do some talking. Paul is making fun of millennials. Like, thoughts and prayers. That's not it's not a generational thing. It's a stupid person thing. Anyway, Seth's response to that is, I'm not asking for thoughts and prayers. I'm here to answer them. That was awesome. That was awesome. And it made it worth that whole the whole Paul Heyman's deal was really annoying. But yeah, I'm getting excited for Seth versus Brock just a little bit. Then we had Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe. Kurt Angle won, and Joe is pissed. This is the second time in the last couple of weeks that Joe has won, or that Joe has been defeated in a match. He lost that. Was he the one pin? No. I think Andrade. Either here or Andrade. I can't remember who was pinned in that match. It was the tag team match. Him and Andrade against Mysterio and Truth. And they lost, and Joe is pissed and just destroyed everybody else. So the same kind of thing. Not a good time for Joe despite being champion. Triple H, he has trouble with an envelope before making a nice Spice Girls joke, and the letter that he's brought with him from Batista's lawyer says that he wants Triple H's career put on the line, and Triple H accepts. So yeah, that was a segment that took up a whole lot of time, a whole lot of time. And had me worried, this last man standing match is going to be very, very short. Shorter than you'd expect the last man standing match to be. So we had Drew McIntyre versus Dean Ambrose in a last man standing match. It was about 15 minutes long once they actually made their entrances. But it was pretty good. I was not expecting, or I was rooting for Dean to win. But Drew ended up winning, and that does make sense. It makes sense. But there's some good stuff in there. I enjoyed the what was it, the Falls Count Anywhere from a couple of weeks ago. I enjoyed that match more, but this was still pretty cool. So there's the one thing after After Baron Corbin made his entrance, it went to commercial. But I didn't realize it had gone to commercial because we saw the glorious entrance of Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, and they just kept smacking each other in the face when they throw their hands out, and it was all kind of goofy. I was like, what's going on? Because it looked exactly like a regular broadcast, and you had Michael Cole and them talking on it just like they normally would. It was a Snickers commercial, and I ended up enjoying it, but it confused me for a second because it was Baron Corbin who just entered the ring for real, and so I was not really paying attention. And yeah, good job on tricking me and making that memorable, I guess. It is pretty funny seeing them smack each other in the face and everything. But anyway, I think that's everything. I didn't really watch anything else yesterday. I started watching Krypton, but it was kind of not. It's kind of just on in the background when I was watching it, so I have nothing to say about that really. Aquaman comes out this week, so I'll probably watch that again on Blu-ray. And tonight I maybe able to watch some of SmackDown Live as it airs. I'm probably going to try to do that, or at least have it on while I'm driving, to listen to what's going on. Because I'm going downtown to see Dream Theater performed live at the Paramount in Denver. I'm really excited for that. It's going to be awesome. I've never seen Dream Theater live. And early yesterday morning, I saw just like a picture of their album cover or something like that. As a post on Facebook. And I thought, I wonder, it was not a targeted ad or anything. I mean, it may have been, but it didn't say anything about upcoming shows or anything like that. But I thought I should go to their site and see if they're going to be in Denver anytime soon, or maybe I already missed them being here. And it said they're here tomorrow. It didn't say it in those words, but it said Tuesday, March 26th, Paramount Theater, Denver. Like, oh my God. So I go to the website for the Paramount Theater, buy the tickets. There are only 5 tickets left. They're all like in the back 2 rows. There's a group of 2 and a group of 3 that were still left. So I grabbed one of the tickets from the group of 3. And I'm really excited. I'll be in the back row in the balcony, but it's music. It's not like they're doing magic tricks and stuff. They want to be up close to see what's going on, right? It's gonna be so good. Also, probably my ears will be thankful, even if I forget to take my earplugs. Being in the back row, I'm probably not gonna suffer very much ear damage. So I'll let you know how that concert was, which I'm sure is going to be fantastic. But I'll just confirm that in the next episode when I'm talking about SmackDown Live. So stay tuned for that. And 205 Live. I'll be talking about 205 Live as well. So let me know what you thought about Monday Night Raw. And if you've seen Dream Theater lately. I actually haven't heard their new album yet, so I am on the fence of whether I should just sit down and listen to it this afternoon, or just to be a surprise. Because it's for their new album, but also Scenes from a Memory Part 2. And that's one of my favorite albums of theirs, is parts 1 and 2. Is just that album is so good. It's so good with the hypnotism and all that. It's so good. It's so good. Go listen to that. And go listen to the new one. It's probably, I'm assuming it's on Spotify. Spotify is for music that you don't like and you just want to spit on it. Spotify. Okay, that's it. Tweet me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And I'll be back real soon with more TIW Podcast. Thanks for listening. Bye.